Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door. We are here for our predictions, and it is round 46, last one of the season. Obviously, we'll carry on through the postseason and the playoffs and whatnot. And I think we're back early because of the World Cup, but drink it in, savor it. The last predictions. Okay, relegation. Well, that was sorted a while ago. Top two, yeah, well, that was sorted on Tuesday night. Congratulations to Bournemouth. But this last round of fixtures, we do have 6 of them that are not dead rubbers, and they all point towards our playoff race. So we're going to get into that. I want to hear your predictions for each and every one of our 12 games in the Championship. And do you know what? For the big calls segment at the end of the show, I think I'm going to need you 3, 4, 5, 6 for the playoffs. So be ruminating on that if you're here for the duration. Let's get into the predictions. Let's say some hellos first. Joe, HS, James. I'm sure we'll find some content to fill your summer, James. Jay, bit nervous. You're not the only one. Jack, apologies in advance. My predictions will be coming from my heart. Not allowed, Jack. Use the head. No, enjoy it. A bit of a Millwall invasion here. There you go. Plenty of Mills in the chat. Ewan, welcome along, John, who looks like, and we'll look at the leaderboard, he might be taking the title in the Football 365 predictions league. Welcome, Simon, Justin, Lee, Catherine, Jack, off future. Yeah, congratulations, any Bournemouth fans we've got in today. A up, Dave, welcome. If anyone knows about VAR and the playoffs, etc., we'll get onto that at big calls at the end. But right, let's get into this. I have stood on ceremony too long. We have got to get straight into the fixtures. And first up, I need your predictions. Sheffield United versus Fulham. Predictions in, please. Sheffield United, draw. Fulham, Blades, draw. Or Cottagers, get involved. So here is the state of play. Fulham are champions. They have nothing really to play for other than can they get past Man City's 108 Premier League era goal record in the second tier. Mitrovic has got past Guy Whittingham's record. It's all happened. It's all done. Will they be all chilled out and able to hamper the Blades in that playoff push? Sheffield United, very simplistically, if they win, they're guaranteed the playoffs and they're pretty much guaranteed 5th place given the goal difference. They just need to win. It gets very sticky, possibly, if Blades a draw. Let me know how you see this one playing out. Will Mitrovic get a rest? Will Wilson get a rest? I don't know. Nobody knows. It's a fascinating one. They're good at home, Sheffield United, but Fulham have been good everywhere. And a lot of this depends on the attitude Fulham take. If they're on the beach, I think the Blades could win it. But they could be horrible opponents, Fulham, if they're in any way engaged in one more win. What would be their 28th win of the season? Let's check out your predictions. Sheffield United, draw, or Fulham. By the way, I've made no notes today. I'm going to go completely cold. So I don't know what I'm going to say for any of my predictions until I've read yours. And I still don't know what I'm going to say for this one. Let's see what you lot are saying here in terms of this one. Let's start here. Fulham, home, draw, Fulham. Again, please, head over heart here. I can already see some what you want to happen rather than what you think is going to happen. Fulham, draw, Blades, Fulham, draw, Fulham, Blades, Fulham, draw, Fulham, Blades, Fulham. I'm going to click through as many of these as possible. Some unhelpful draws, some big draws. I feel physically sick, says Bradley. That's what we're here for. You should see me at an Ipswich v Norwich game. I literally can't eat for the good thing they are midday kickoffs normally. Can't see Fulham rolling over. Let's dive in. I think I've got all of them in there. Apologies if it didn't get out. Should have been clicked on the screen. Do you know what I'm going to do? Let's go for a cat amongst the pigeons. And this would make things very, very interesting. Draw. Let's go for a draw. And I think let's go for complete chaos because that's what I want for the Super Stream at the end of the week. And let's go 2-2. You'll get 10-1 over at betfair.com, our partners on that one. Please gamble responsibly if you fancy that. That's what I'm putting in. Now, that would make things very interesting because that would mean that would put Millwall unable to catch Sheffield United, but Luton and Middlesbrough could pass them. Let's see what we all say about those two fixtures. And yeah, I had a lot of people triggered by my Nottingham Forest Bournemouth video earlier in the week. Predicting a draw is not bottling or sitting on the fence anything. 25% of results in the Championship this season have been draws. The most common result in the Championship this season, 1-1. So that's what I say to that particular narrative that came up a hell of a lot. You didn't say my team was going to win. Oh dear. What am I going to say about Bournemouth versus Millwall? Get your predictions in, guys. Bournemouth draw, Millwall. Bournemouth draw, Millwall. Cherries draw or Lions. Millwall got exactly what they wanted on Tuesday, didn't they? They wanted, and everything seems to have gone in Millwall's favour recently. Got the 3-0 against Peterborough. Luton shipped a load of goal difference, and then Bournemouth are potentially on the beach for the weekend. Bit of a perfect storm. Anyway, we're not talking about Millwall just yet. We'll talk about them in a second. But Bournemouth, congratulations, are up. What will they do? Will they use any of the 7 players they signed in January that haven't actually used that much? Alan Phillips, I guess, and Dembele off the bench a little bit. How is this one going to go? Can Millwall pull out a win? Now, I've predicted that that Sheffield United are going to draw, so they're out of contention. But Millwall could, with a win, go past Luton and go past Middlesbrough. Should essentially those two sides not win, they'd have to go past Luton on goal difference. But I think Fulham sorted that all out for them. What are Bournemouth going to be like in this game? Are they going to be on the beach? Are they still going to be drunk? Have Millwall got enough goal power? By the way, with a 6-goal swing, I've not predicted this is going to happen, by the way. Millwall could go past Sheffield United. They would need sort of 3-0 in both games or 4-0 and 2-0 in their favour, whichever way round, in a nice 6-goal swing. But yeah, right, anyway, let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. Bournemouth versus Millwall. Where's my first prediction to click through here? Think it's Catherine. It says Millwall 0. I don't know what that means, but there we go. 2-1 Mill. I thought the most common was 7-0 Fulham. That's very funny, actually, James. I like that a lot. Millwall draw, Millwall draw, Millwall Bournemouth, Millwall, Bournemouth draw, Millwall draw. We're on the booze and on the beach. Nice place to be, isn't it? Hey, Millwall, Bournemouth, Millwall, a very hungover bunch. Draw, unhelpful 1-1. I'm going to click through. Apologies if they don't get read out. As long as we get to see them on the page. Oh God, what do I think is going to happen? You lot are going to give me a shellacking for doing this because I might be about to call a second very, very unhelpful you-know-what, because that would be no good. I can foresee something like Millwall taking the lead and Bournemouth equalising in this one. So I'm sorry, Millwall fans. And I'm here for the carnage on Saturday. Come and join me at midday. But draw, which would mean no playoffs for Millwall. I think it'd be 1-1. I think they might take the lead, though. I think intensity might put them in front, and then maybe a bit of quality will bring Bournemouth back into it. Let me know what you think. I bet it's going to be 5-1. No, 11-2, a little bit longer than that on the draw. 1-1 there. Let's move on to Hull and Nottingham Forest. Get your predictions in. Hull, draw, Nottingham Forest. Tigers, draw, Forest. Let me know how you see this one going. What do Forest do? Do you think there's any sense in them, taking a weekend off, essentially playing a few of the reserves and strengthening up because they're guaranteed to be in the playoffs? Or do Forest want to protect third place and, give themselves a lower ranking opponent? Or I bet all the Forest fans are going to say, no, we fear no one. We don't care whether we're third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, ninth, whatever. Not they're in the playoffs. They're only going to be third or fourth, and that's the only sorting out. So basically, if Forest win, they're definitely going to be third because the goal difference is 18 ahead of Huddersfield, who we're going to talk about next. How do you see this one playing out? And would Steve Cooper rest some players? I had a look earlier. Swansea didn't last year, and they were already in fourth position in dead rubber land, weren't they? And he didn't really. I think Cullen might have played up front. Maybe Bennett slipped in at the back. I don't know. But it wasn't really a reserve team in that last game. Let's see what you guys think in the chat, and then I'll come to my predictions. Where should we go? I think there. Ewan, Forest, Hull, Forest, Forest. It's a Forest fire in the chat here. Let's click on as many as we can here. Resting Yates and Cook says, yeah, it might be something like that. Might just take a couple out. There we go. Clicked on as many as we can. Do you know what? I think Forest might take a couple of players out and still win. I don't particularly trust Hull, although they're quite up and down and erratic and have had some reasonable results. So I think I'm going to land on, and I'm not shouting today, by the way. Enid's having a nap next door. So we'll away. There it is. We'll throw in an away win for Forest. Maybe a 2-1er. We'll see what that comes out as on Betfair, which would guarantee third position for Nottingham Forest above Huddersfield. And they would be, well, they know they're going to be at home second leg in the playoffs anyway. 7-1 over at betfair.com if you fancy that. Please gamble responsibly, 18 plus only. Big Gamble aware. Only bet what you can afford if you're going to have a little bit of a early afternoon tipple on Saturday. So that would guarantee third place essentially for Forest, and we'll see who I end up having in sixth. At the moment, we know I'm not going to have Millwall because I predicted them to draw, so we'll keep figuring that out. But in the meantime, can I get a like spike, everybody? We've got 28 likes on the stream. If you're watching the stream right now, I really appreciate your support. And why not go the extra mile? Give us a like, hit the like button, and hopefully we jump up to 50 likes. That would be a fine thing. We've been going great guns on the channel, nearly up to 22,000 subscribers here. So really happy. Really always happens at the end of the season. The Forest fans have been really integrating into the channel now, which has been great as well. And we've just gone over 51 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. And we'd better move on to Huddersfield versus Bristol City. Get your predictions in. We asked last time, Huddersfield draw Bristol City, Terriers draw Robins. We asked last time, would Huddersfield rest players 2 games? So it didn't really, did they? Scott High came in. Jordan Rhodes started. I wouldn't imagine he'd start in the playoff game. So I'm not sure whether they'll go whole hog here. I don't know. I suspect if you said to Carlos Corberan, put it this way, if Forest played on Friday night, I know we don't do this on the last day of the season, and won, I suspect you've rested a load of players knowing he was definitely going to finish fourth. But it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. I think he might rest 2 or 3, probably more than Forest will rest, I would imagine. Bristol City have ended the season well. They're in nice nick. Their forwards were in great form, weren't they? Against, who was it? Hull. They won 5-0. They're definitely going to finish 17th, Bristol City. They're one of the few teams we know the final position. So I can see them definitely scoring in this game. I don't know whether they're going to get anything. Let's see what you lot think in the chat. Andrew, we want a Friday fixture, a Saturday fixture rather than a Friday. Well, there you go. Any talk of throwing games, Andrew's words, not mine. There you go. Town, Huddersfield, draw, home, Joker on Bristol City. Yeah, you can pull your Joker out for this one. Huddersfield, draw. Desmond. I think I've already had a Desmond. Adam, could pull another one out, couldn't I? I can't click on that one. Scott, naughty word in that, so I'll skip that one out. It's a family show here. Let's click through as many of these as we can. There we go. So last week, I predicted Huddersfield would rest players and lose at Coventry. And they didn't rest players and they didn't lose. And Huddersfield yet again mugged me off. So let's go for, I think it'll be a bit of fun. And I definitely think Bristol City will score because I like their attack. But let's go for a home on this one. Have I had a 2-1 yet? Not a home win. I should go for a 3-1 or a 3-2 or a 3. Let's go for a silly one. Let's see if we can get our odds up. Let's go for can we get over 16-1 on this one? 3-1. No. There you go, 23-2. I'm doing it based on the odds. We go for a silly one, end of season. 3-2, I'll go for Huddersfield, and that will boost our odds nicely. 20-1 on that if you do fancy that one. A bit of a spurious one from me there. Right, this game's really important. I'm so eager to hear your thoughts on this. Luton versus Reading. Head over heart. What you think is going to happen, not what you hope is going to happen. Luton, draw, Reading. Luton, draw, or Reading. Luton, there's just that nagging worry that they've done so well this season that they could just slip out at the last minute. Bad injury problems for Luton. I hope for their sake they got a few bodies back, particularly in central midfield, where they've been very up. In fact, Snodgrass and Lansbury, who would have been the ones they would have wanted to dip in, wouldn't they, rather than start, particularly as a pair. Emergency lone goalkeeper in neither Adebayo or Cornick could play against Fulham. They got battered 7-0, and that goal difference advantage just dissipated, just like that, turned to dust. Now, Luton play Reading. Reading are not very good and are 21st, and the points deduction would barely even make a difference on that. But I have Reading a little bit, not quite as good as Bristol City in this regard, but I have them in the Bristol City camp of they can bang some goals, and if they want to, there's some quality there and maybe a bit of a sense of underperformance. So they could be an issue for Luton. Luton need to just get this job done. They need to get a goal up in that first half. They're very good in the first 30 minutes of games. And then really, if they don't get the win, there is the worry that a Middlesbrough win at Preston and they would possibly be going past them. Can Luton just win, just get the job done, in the words of Cloughie? Let me know what you lot are saying in the chat. Here we go. Reading have scored on their scored 8. Yeah, I remember the 5-0. Actually, couldn't get a ticket. It's been hard to get tickets at Luton this season. I have some contacts, but I've struggled too. 2-0 Luton, draw, Luton, draw. 2-1 Luton, nervous. That does sound nervous as a 2-1, Jay. Draw, Desmond, Reading. I thought there'd be 1 or 2. Luton. Reading to spoil the party. Luton. 4-2, that sounds fun. 1-0 Luton. Jess, let's click back. Luton to edge it. Apologies if any of these don't get read out. Luton will get over the line on Saturday. Great spoilers are Reading. Yeah, I was talking to Justin off second tier, and he said the same thing when they've got nothing to play for, going in and ruin people's fun. I think Luton are going to win. I think they could be 2 up by half time. Famous last words from me, I am sure, but let's do it home. So a Luton win. So before we even get to Middlesbrough, no, my playoffs aren't sorted. I've got Luton finishing above Sheffield United then. So far, I've got Luton going to 75 and Sheffield United going to 73. We'll get to that. I need to do a prediction, don't I? What shall I go for? Let's go for, I'll agree with Jay, actually, with the nervous 2-1. Maybe Luton will get 2-0 up and just have to see it over the line. You'll get 6-1 from Betfair on a good old 2-1-er at the Kenny. Please gamble responsibly if you do indeed fancy that. Right. Preston versus Middlesbrough. Preston, draw, Borough. Preston, draw, or Borough. This is the final issue in terms of the playoffs. Quick sip of coffee while you get your predictions in. Now, this is fascinating because, and look, I've predicted Luton to win and I've predicted Sheffield United to draw. So in my universe, I've also predicted a Millwall draw. So in my universe, Middlesbrough are only aiming at Sheffield United. And remember, there is this crazy scenario where Sheffield United draw, which I have predicted, and Middlesbrough win. They both land on 73. And if Middlesbrough win by 1 goal, win by 2 goals and score 1 more goal than Sheffield United, i.e. it's 2-0 to Middlesbrough and Sheffield United draw 1-1, then we're at complete deadlock. Points, goals, and goal difference will all be exactly the same. And Sheffield United would be above on head-to-head because they won 4-1 and lost 2-0. So it'd be 4-3 on head-to-head goal difference. So it could get very, very tight. And do you know what? I think that might be what I'm about to predict. But let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. Preston fairly decent at home. Middlesbrough, look, it's the last day, isn't it? And I do think there is a little bit of the old cliche form goes out the window to a certain extent. But let's have a look and see what you lot think in the chat here. I'll start with Justin. Borough. Preston. Borough, draw. Borough. Preston, draw. Preston, Borough. I'm just going to go for the click through now. Apologies if your prediction doesn't get read out. Hopefully it is appearing on the screen any second. There we go. As usual, please vote for what you think is going to happen, not what you want is going to, what you want to happen. I don't know what I'm saying. Look, I'm going to go for the tie here. Away. Let's go for Middlesbrough, but I don't think they're going to win by 3 goals, and they need to win by 3 goals. So let's go. Let's make this very, very silly. I'm going to go for the deadlock because I find it fun as well. I'm going to go for 3-1 to Middlesbrough, just because Preston will score at some point, which will make it very hard for Borough then, because they essentially need to score 4 goals. That would put Borough 1 goal away, and they would miss out on head-to-head, not even on goal difference, if that were the case. If I'd done my maths right there, 58-46 would go to 61-47. Sheffield United. Oh, hang on a minute. 61. Do you know what? That would actually, my predictions, I've got to stick with it now, would actually have, or did I go 2-2? No, I went Desmond, didn't I? No, so I have got deadlock. There we go. I thought I did that up correctly. So yeah, 11-1 on the 3-1 to Borough would take us to deadlock, which is, I'm here for it. I'm sure the Middlesbrough fans aren't here for it because they would not want to lose out on a backheel goal by Morgan Gibbs-White back in March. But so yeah, I've essentially got 2-2 for Sheffield United, which takes them to 73 points, 61 scored, 47 against, and 3-1 to Borough, which would take them to 61 scored, 47 against, 73 points. I think that's going to happen. Everyone's going to say I'm doing that just because it'd be very entertaining on the watch along. It would be very entertaining on the watch along, but come on, you can see those results coming up, can't you? The Desmond in the Bramall Lane game and the North End Borough game ending 3-1. We'll see. 11-1. If you want a real bit of fun, for it to be deadlock in that manner, you could do an accumulator there. You're probably going to get, what's 10 multiplied by 11? Anyone do that for me? 110-1 on a 2-2 and a 3-1 in those 2 particular games. Right, we're going to move on to the dead rubbers, which we'll try and rush through nice and quickly because there's 6 of them. First of all, let me just say a big thank you to our Patreon sponsors, a second complete season from the Donovan brothers. Good old Millwall lads there, supporting in memory of their dad, Dennis, and brother Mike, both sorely missed cheering on Millwall from above. We thank them very, very kindly for their support during the season. Apologies for calling a Millwall draw then, and they're not making the playoffs according to me. Right. Please do hit the like button before we go on to the beach, and we will try and move through nice and quickly. We've got 83 likes on there. See if you can get us up to 100 likes. That would be absolutely tremendous. Right. We are now heading to the beach. So really, all that matters now is the odd league position. And I have to say, my 1-24 predictions, there might be a few that I want to go a certain way, put it that way. Right. Let's go quickly then, guys. Birmingham versus Blackburn. Get your predictions in immediately. We're going to move fast. Birmingham, draw, Blackburn. Birmingham, draw, or Blackburn. So upside for Blackburn, they could finish above Millwall. They're 1 goal behind on the goal difference, so they would need a win. I've got Millwall drawing, so in my universe, they're not going to. They could also be overtaken if things go badly wrong, particularly by West Brom. Coventry are a few goals behind. So it does look like possibly 9th or 10th for Blackburn. Birmingham I don't think they're going anywhere, are they? Oh, no, they could catch Cardiff, but it needs too big a swing, I think, to get to Hull. So Birmingham are either going to be 20th or 19th. Right, predictions straight away. Let's move on this one nice and quick, and we will get through everything we can. Can you sing the Marcelo Bielsa? Yeah, of course I can. We'll do that one day on the channel live. That'd be fun. Right, Birmingham 0-0, 3-2, 0-0, draw. Birmingham, Blackburn, draw. Blackburn, 0-0, draw. Blackburn. Right, I'm clicking through as quickly as I can. There we go. What do I think? I don't trust Birmingham at the moment, so I'm going to go for a Rovers win, which would that guarantee. So I've got Millwall drawing, would guarantee them 9th spot, which 15th last season, weren't they, Rovers? So let me hit on away. And what should we go for? Should we go for a 1-0 or a 2-0? You know me. Go big or go home. Let's go for a 2-0. Birmingham 0, Blackburn 2. Where is it, guys? There it is. What do you reckon? 12-1. You like that, don't you? 12-1 on a 2-0 win for Blackburn. There, please gamble responsibly if you fight. Fancy that. Right, West Brom versus Barnsley. Get your predictions in. The Valerian Ismail, Alex Mowat derby. Baggies draw Barnsley. Baggies draw Barnsley. Look, Barnsley have had a terrible season. They're definitely going to finish bottom. They've only got 6 wins. They're headed for the cesspool that is League One. And I say that in the nicest way possible because I support a team that's in there. West Brom, so they could go above Blackburn, although I've got Blackburn winning. So West Brom's max upside here is 10th. Get your predictions in. Baggies draw, Barnsley. Baggies draw or Barnsley. Let's dive straight into it because we are in dead rubber land here. What are we going with? 4-1, 0. Come on, it's last day. Stop with these 0-0s, Kenny. We want some goals on the last day. Baggies draw. Barnsley. They'd like that. Baggies, baggy trousers. There we go. I agree with the majority of the comments that I can't see. Sorry, Barnsley fans. I think you win a lot more games next season, put it that way. Home. And I think it might be a fun one as well. Carlton Grant, maybe. Callum Robertson, fill their boots against that Barnsley defence. Let's go for a 3-1. Always good for boosting the old odds. Not massively, actually. Only a 9-1 there. Baggies to beat the Tykes 3-1. Right, we're going to keep this moving nice and swiftly to Stoke versus Coventry. Get your predictions in. Stoke draw, Cov. Potters draw or Sky Blues. Could actually be a bit of movement in the middle of the table here. Stoke are 2 places below Coventry, but they're only 2 points behind. So they could overtake them with a victory. Could Stoke. QPR sandwiched in between. And then, even though I predicted Preston to lose, there is Swansea and Blackpool. It's very congested. They're also within or level and within a point of Stoke as well. How do you see this one going? I think Stoke have ended the season quite well. 4 wins in 6 or something. Quite impressive like that, even though they lost to Borough last time out, didn't they? I think it was last game. Get your predictions in. Stoke draw, Coventry, Stoke draw or Coventry. We're moving quickly. We are on the beach here. Where shall we start? Cov, draw. Coventry with a late equaliser. It's not the CBS Forest fan. That's where they love their late equalisers. Coventry, home, Tool, Cov. Draw, Cov, Stoke, draw. Nice 3-2 there. I'm clicking through nice and quick. I'll read Callum's because he's always good. Robbins wants to win, so I'll go strong. 6-1 over Millwall last game. I remember that, actually, yeah. Clicking through. Robbins' new contract. Yeah, well deserved if he's got a new contract. Mike Robbins done a good job. I think Stoke are going to win. Apologies, Callum and the Coventry fans. I can see a sort of 1-0 here or something for Stoke. I know I do that a lot. Home. Let's go for Stoke to pinch this one with a little 1-0. I'm sure we're only going to get 5-6-1 on that. Oh, 9-1. Okay, interesting. Why is that such long odds then? That's quite a good price, that. Might take that one myself over at betfair.com. Double check that. Is that really 9s? Yeah, interesting. Stoke 1, Coventry 0 is what I'll go for, which would have them swap places. And that may or may not suit my pre-season predictions. You'll have to find out on Monday when we go over all of them, which will probably be very embarrassing. Don't be embarrassed. Buy some merchandise and you can go round. Last chance for this season before we revamp it all. T-shirts, mugs, phone cases, hoodies, etc., over at the merch store. Nice way to support the channel if you don't want to super chat. You want a bit more bang for your buck. BenjaminBloomMerch.store. If you do buy anything, send us a picture and I will retweet it and be eternally grateful for that. Thank you to everybody who has done so already. Right, Swansea versus QPR. Get your predictions in. Swans draw, Rangers. Swansea draw or QPR. Feels really dead rubbery. And I don't like the look of QPR here with the managerial talk. We know the contract's ending. I just don't get how they motivate the players. Swansea had that good undefeated streak going into, last game. I can't even think what they did last game, Swansea. It's the end of the season. Forgive me. Get your predictions in Swans, draw, or QPR. There we go. Looks like we've got plenty in, so I can stop talking. What do you guys think? Let's land here. Swans, draw, Swans. Away, QPR, Swans, QPR. Swans, QPR. Right, click through. Apologies if they don't get read out. I'm clicking through as many as we possibly can. There we go. Look, I fancy Swansea. I really do. I don't see how motivated QPR are going to be knowing the manager is off, shaking hands after this game is finished. So it's a big home for me. I mean, I say big home. I don't think it will be a sort of hammering. We shut them out, or will we get both sides to score? Let's go. Oh, go on. Let's go for a clean sheet. Why not? So I've gone 2-0 Swansea. You get 10-1 on that one. Please gamble responsibly. Right, 2 to go, and then we can get to your big calls. And you can give me your 3, 4, 5, 6 down in the playoff spots. Lower in the league, Peterborough versus Blackpool. Get your predictions in. Posh, draw, pull. Posh, draw, or pull. Peterborough a little bit better under Grant McCann. They can finish above Derby if they can better their result, given their horrifically bad goal difference. They've got home advantage here, and Blackpool have been a bit beachy. Bristol City can't catch Blackpool, so they're guaranteed minimum of 16th spot. Can Peterborough do anything in this one? Two sides promoted from League One last season. Certainly, it's gone a lot better for Neil Critchley and Blackpool. Keep predictions coming. I'm going to have a bit more sip of coffee. And then we will get into it. Where shall we start here? Pull. Draw, pull, draw. Posh to go out in style. Posh, get that joker out. Pull. Clicking through as many as I can. Desmond, Blackpool to sneak it. Peterborough finish on a win. Who am I disagreeing with? I think I'm disagreeing with Luke at the end there. I think I might fancy Blackpool on this one. Oh, they've run out of track. How long since I've had a draw? I had 2 draws at the start. Right, I can throw in another draw, can't I? Let's do it. Go on then. Draw. And throw in one of those, or shall I do a good old friendly 1-1er? Let's do a good old friendly 1-1er in this one. Let's go for Posh 1, Blackpool 1. But I have got... that would take them past Preston, actually, in my predictions. And so they would go up to 15th. I've got Preston dropping a couple of places, actually, on the last day of the season. Where the hell am I going? There, sorry, scrolling hell. 1-1, 6-1 over with betfair.com. And we come to the end of the line, the end of the season, the end of the line for Derby, we know, because they're going down. Our last forecast of the season. Enjoy it, everybody. Derby versus Cardiff. Get your predictions in. Rams, draw, Bluebirds, Derby, draw, or Cardiff. Did Derby sign off with a win? They had a good win at Blackpool the other day, didn't they? Finish third bottom. I suppose if they won, 37 at 21 would be essentially a 58-point season, which would have been good enough for 17th had they not been deducted 21 points. Cardiff are a little bit beachy, aren't they? So maybe they are a bit of a sitting duck there for Derby. Get your predictions in. Derby, draw, or Cardiff. Derby, draw, or Cardiff. I must make my coffee a bit further before I start the stream. Don't want it to all go cold and taste horrible. Right, let's get through this and then we can get to your big calls. No offense, Derby or Cardiff fans. Where should we land here? Right, Cardiff, Derby, Cardiff, Desmond, Cardiff, Derby, Rams to go down in style. That's what I'm talking about. Some last day 4-0 or something. There you go. You're all over the place, you lot, on that one. Very, very mixed. Do you know what? I'll go for Derby. I agree with the guys with the sign off there. Home. Normally quite low scoring. Let's go for a 1-0 to Derby then. Can they shut Cardiff out? 15-2 you will get. Sorry, my scrolling's been very bad today, hasn't it? For the 1-0 to Derby. And that is our last prediction of the season. We have done it every single week, and we thank Football 365 for the support with the predicted. Do you know what? I will bring the leaderboard up and give a shout out to some people who are very regularly in the chat here. Right. So we've got 3 jobs to do. The first one is I need a like spike. Did we go over 100 likes? Let me have a look. Oh, yes, we did. Outstanding. Thank you, guys. Please, if you're watching right now, hit that like button. Give us a like spike. Don't think we're going to hit 200 in the show right now, but get things moving. I know we have fun with the like spikes, but it's a really easy way to support the channel. It's completely free, as things will always be over here, but it does help me climb the algorithms, hopefully reach more Championship fans. Really do appreciate it. We're going to go to your big calls in a second. I've got big calls. You've got big calls. But who's got the biggest calls of them all? I want you 3, 4, 5, 6. Get your 3, 4, 5, 6 in the chat. Remember, 3 and 4 have to be Forest or Huddersfield in whatever order. 5, 6, 7, 8, as Steps famously sang. Could be anything. We literally could have, I think can have all permutations. I haven't checked out exactly every single one, but give me a 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm really, really interested to see who you've got playing who in the playoffs. What I will do, whilst you're getting your big calls in there in your 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going to sign off on Football 365. You hit submit. So my weekend predictions, I am on Blackburn, Huddersfield, Luton, Borough, Stoke, Derby, Swansea, West Brom and Forest. I've got draws between Bournemouth, Millwall, Peterborough, Blackpool and Sheffield United versus Fulham. I'm going to hit confirm, and I don't do this very often because it's very embarrassing because I'm not very good. But let's give some shout outs. If I click on the leaderboard here and go to season, look how that is terrible news. That's our mate John, the Birmingham fan. I don't like that at all. He's going to win unless David, the Middlesbrough fan, can overtake him. Come on, David. Everyone, big thumbs down for John, who's always on the round tables on Patreon. He knows I'm only joking, but fair play, John. That's pretty impressive. Chris, the savant, the Millwall fan, the football brain is in there in 3rd position. Fulham 58. Tom in 5th. Evan, I think, am I right? Is that Mr. E in the chat? And everybody looking 7th place. Do you like that? Very handsome and powerful predictor there. Benjamin Bloom. How is that? 174444. So I can add my 40 on. So if I add the 40 on, how many have I got right over the season? Not quite half. I think I'm batting about 45% average. John's way better than me up the top there. Look, he's got like 250 out of 460. So look, thank you guys so much. I'll get in discussions with Mark at Football 365 over what we're going to do next season. It would be great to reprise the tournament, and maybe we'll try and sort John out a prize if he can get past David, the Middlesbrough fan, on the last day. Right. Enough bigging up John. He absolutely doesn't deserve it. Get your thumbs down in the chat. I'm joking, John. I'm joking. Big calls, everybody. Get your big calls in now. And really, I want your 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully, we've got loads and loads of them coming in the comments. Let's have a look at your big calls. I'll do the humorous ones afterwards. Mark. So he's got Forest playing Luton and Huddersfield playing Blades. So no move for Mark. What else have we got? John, Forest, Huddersfield. He's got Borough sneaking in there. What else have we got? Luton and Middlesbrough are going to freeze Millwall to finish 6th. JC. Check out JC's channel, by the way. He's always a good supporter here. He's got his own videos. Forest, Huddersfield, Luton, Borough sneaking in. Nice. There we go, Kenny. There's one for Millwall. He's got the perfect. So presumably Kenny's got a Luton win, a Blades defeat then, and a Millwall win at Bournemouth with Middlesbrough not winning. It all works. It all works. Marcus, Forest, Huddersfield, Luton. Barry's got Borough sneaking in. Blades out. Fulham to get a penalty and Mitrovic to give Harrison Reed the ball. Didn't Reading do that with Graham Murty when they had 106 points? Does the winner get a Nicolas Cage? Because guys, fill the chat with thumbs down for John. That is John. He's leading the predictor game, and he wants Lee Pitt's Nicolas Cage cushion. Get involved over on Patreon to see these in jokes here. Borough, Luton, Blades, and a few people have got Millwall to sneak in. That would be fun on last, not for Sheffield United fans or Luton fans, I don't think. Forest, Huddersfield, Luton, and Borough. Very interesting, this Forest Borough thing, and Jed Spence being essentially exempt from playing. Nice wrinkle on that one. Huddersfield, Forest, Luton, and Millwall. Huddersfield, Forest, Borough, Millwall. What else have we got? Any 3, 4, 5, 6? Forest, Huddersfield, Luton, Borough. A few people have got 6th place changing hands on this one. Someone 7-4-8s to sneak in. Forest, Huddersfield, Luton, Blades. Sheffield United and Luton to lose, Borough to draw, all set up for Millwall to nick a place, only for another goal by Jacob. That's tremendous, Jack. That's absolutely tremendous. Me to get into Bournemouth away without it. So if anyone's got a Bournemouth ticket for Jack, sort him out. Apologies, I think our connectivity's struggling. Sorry if I'm looking a bit pixelated. Here it will right itself, surely. Luke, Forest, Huddersfield, Luton and Sheffield United. He's got Luton 6th there. I think I've got his right order there. Again, apologies for the picture if it's struggling at the moment. Forest, Huddersfield, Sheffield United, Borough. Any more for any more here? VAR just announced for the Championship playoffs. Thank God for that. Jesus. I'm a very big advocate of VAR. I am. No offense to any football fans. I love you all. But literally, guys, every week I've got people ranting on about refereeing. So hopefully the VAR will make that better if it doesn't make it worse. No, I'm not endorsing thumbs up for John, Dave. I'm endorsing big thumbs down for John. But congratulations, John. I'm only jealous that you've won the... Or potentially, David could overtake him at the last, hey? Harry, Forest, Huddersfield, Luton, Sheffield United. Huddersfield and Forest in the playoff final. The Joe Lolly Derby, I will call that one. Forest, Huddersfield, Luton, and Millwall. Anybody else? Luton will win this one. There we go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And seriously, I said this on Twitter. I don't like to do the whole gushy, praisey thing. But genuinely, I love doing these prediction shows. Not in any sense of laziness. I do all the prep and get everything sorted. But I love the idea that you guys set the agenda, that it's you guys putting all the predictions in and all of that good stuff. And often changing my mind, having your own say. I tell you not to be biased every week, and a lot of you are always very, very biased. But hey, it is what it is with football, and we love it. And we thank you very, very kindly for all your support through the season. Right, enough gushing from me about you, excellent lot. Come and join me on Saturday at midday. It's going to be tremendous. I put a clip up of last season's antics on the final day, which was absolutely... It's just crazy, wasn't it? Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, all duking it out down the bottom there with lots and lots of late goals. I can't endorse thumbs up for John. No. Okay, I've clicked on a couple. There we go. Well done, John. That's as good as you're going to get from me, Meryl. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Playoff prediction. Well, if you add mine up, I had... who did I have winning? I had Forest winning. So I've got Forest 3rd. I've got Huddersfield 4th. I've got Luton 5th. And I've got Sheffield United 6th with Middlesbrough missing out on head-to-head. So craziness from me. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Come and join me Saturday, midday, final day, and then crazy playoffs to come. You love to see it. If you say nice things, I'll click them up in the advert. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.